on this episode of Bot versus Con.
Seeing the plane, the nose cone of the plane in the back, but then seeing the windshields of like the truck, kind of throws me off a little bit.
Do you know what it is?
Yep.
What is it?
A transformer. The part that's making me a little scared. New Age always does all these different repaints. Besides the treads, I wouldn't know it was Bone Crusher. RC might be the first bot with a BBL.
200.
What?
It's 200.
200 what? $200?
Yes, it's 200 bucks.
And it's up for pre-order right now, so you can actually go pick it up right now.
Very excited to see what the repaint is for this.
Oh God! Can we just get the figure finished first? Let's stop.
This is Bot versus Con. Make sure to subscribe and consider becoming a member.
Welcome back, Transformers fans, to another thrilling episode of Bot vs. Con. As always, I'm James the Con.
And I'm Bobby the Bot.
And we're back with another round of news. But before we get into it, we want to give a big shout out to the Chosen Prime, your number one stop for all of our toys. And you could probably pre-order or order most of the figures that we're going to be talking about in this episode. We also want to give a big shout out to the members. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey. And if you're just a subscriber, we really appreciate it as well. We're trying to get to 3,000 subs by TFCon LA 2025. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button already, now's the best time to do it. We got a lot of stuff planned. So with that being said, are you ready, Bobby?
I'm ready.
All right, let's get into it, and let's talk about some uplifting news for once. So Transformers 1 actually found some success in streaming. So according to Fix Patrol, Transformers 1 has made it to the top 10 movies in the US on Paramount Plus, which I believe is Paramount's subscription service. It takes the number 8 spot, lucky number 8. So this is funny. It beats Gladiator and Sonic the Hedgehog 2. But falls short of Top Gun, Maverick, Jack Reacher, Never Go Back, Dear Santa, Smile 2, The Painter, and Jack Reacher, the normal one, and Finest Kind. I have not heard of any of those movies besides Smile 2, and obviously Gladiator and Sonic the Hedgehog 2. But
Jack Reacher.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, when we talked about the movie not being successful, I said maybe it'll do good in digital, because
yes.
One of my favorite movies, Friday, same way. It didn't do good in the movies, and then it's like a cult classic. So there's hopes that maybe if Hasbro doesn't want to back it, somebody else will come in and say that we need to make a part 2.
Definitely, I think that is the goal, but we'll see.
Yeah.
They did do a fun little thing that we'll talk about in a little bit, so stay tuned with Transformers 1, I mean. Fans Hobby put out this on their Facebook saying, due to the Chinese New Year holiday, for online orders received 6 p.m. on January 17th. Delivery will be arranged on February 10th, so they're already taking their break, and I believe other companies have started to as well. So get ready to hold on to get anything new from these companies for a while.
I don't know about you. I'm pretty sure. I know a lot of stuff has come in and has shipped, and I was just like, "Wow, okay,
yeah.
Oh, okay, wow, okay." So
there's a few of them that I was hoping would come out before Chinese New Year, but looks like we're gonna have to wait a little bit longer.
Yeah. I know one in particular that you're looking forward to.
I bet you do. You're probably looking forward to it as well.
I am.
Speaking of TFCon LA 2025, Ron Friedman is going to be there. He was the writer on Transformers the movie. I believe we saw him. No, we saw the G1 show, not the writers for the movie, I believe.
I thought we saw him somewhere because that name sounds familiar.
It does sound familiar. That's why I said that as well. But he's going to be at TFCon LA. I think you need to get your DVD signed by him.
Oh man, you're making things hard.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I know. I think there's going to be some. I think I might be doing autographs this year.
Yeah. So let us know if you met him already, or if you want to meet him, and we will be right back with what has been just announced. Moving on to just announced, the first thing is Skybound showed off the 4-page preview of Transformers number 17, and they got these covers. Don't think any of them are very too spoilery, but yeah, I do like all of them. I really like the realistic Prime, Wheeljack, and Cliffjumper. I wish the whole comic was in that style, just because I think it looks so nice. But that would probably be a lot more money and a lot more work to get every page and every panel to look like this.
All right, so I might be on my own here, but I saw that and it looks like blockies to me.
I could see that with Wheeljack. He does kind of have his torso is foreshortened to give perspective, I believe. But,
I saw it with Prime.
Yeah. Prime, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't see that.
And again, it might just be my eyes, but I don't know why. That picture reminded me of
your
blockies.
mind is just saying, I need to buy more blockies. Everything's blockies right now.
Hey.
Am I wrong?
I can't afford them.
All right. Anyways, what do you think of these?
I think I agree with you. They look good. I am so behind on these comics. I think I'm like on number 12, so I need to really catch up.
Well, you're better than me. I'm on number 6.
Well, you just stopped. There's a difference.
Well, I kept saying, you know what? I need to read this. Oh, look at that thing over there.
Squirrel.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So, anyways.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the Transformers 1 New Adventures. They're doing a whole show. Everybody was so hyped with it. And calling it a TV show is not... I wouldn't call it a TV show.
Not accurate.
Not accurate, yes. They're 2-minute shorts. And I did watch the first one. Did you watch it?
I started it.
Okay. I watched it to talk to you guys about it, and it's fine.
Yeah.
It seemed like a cut scene from the movie that they just put in with little animation, It's fine. It doesn't really do anything for me.
The part that's going to be hard for me, because I'm going to try to watch it. The part that's going to be hard for me is that it's the TF1 toys, and I don't care for the TF1 toys.
Yeah. Exactly. And did you see Alita? That they didn't even use the new Studio Series Alita mold. They just used the one-step changer mold.
Oh, no, I didn't see that.
Yeah. And I was like, y'all couldn't have just got an advanced copy from Hasbro to do your marketing? So it's cool, though. More stories, I guess, are good. Hopefully it'll get into a story and not just be one-offs. But we'll see.
Yeah, I saw, before I saw it, I saw a plug for it, and I got really excited because I was thinking we were going to finally get a story or, some media to go behind, the fandom, or not the fandom, the movie, and, maybe we'll get a cartoon or something like that. That's what I thought it was going to be, and it's not what I thought it was going to be.
No, they seem like just little stories that could have happened before or maybe after. We'll see.
Yeah.
The thing. So don't know if I'm going to continue to watch it, but it's worth posting in here. So at the Takara T-Spark Zone event, they showed off the Macross crossover. What do you think of this Prime?
It doesn't look bad. It's interesting. It's, of course, it's Prime-esque. I'm seeing the plane, the nose cone of the plane in the back, but then seeing the windshields of like the truck kind of throws me off a little bit. I wish they just would have made another character.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I want to see the colors.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's going to be red and blue, and I'm going to be out. But I don't like the windshield on the chest. If they just made it something different, everything else looks fine. I think it's interesting. I like the guitar. Honestly, I think it's a cool concept. I know nothing. Full disclaimer, I know nothing about who this is crossing over with or what it is, why he has a guitar with a fan in it. I know nothing about that, but I think it looks cool as somebody who's into, rock and metal and all that. I do like it. If it's not painted as Prime and it's a reasonable price, I might be interested. If it's painted just like Prime, I'm completely out. Or it's not a reasonable price, but that should be a given.
Yeah, I want to see the alt mode. I really want to see the alt mode. I want to see how it...
You could probably look that up, honestly, since it's a crossover. I should have done that, but I didn't think about it. So if anybody can link us down below in the comments, that'd be great.
Yeah. I just really want to see what that looks like. And, I mean, it looks like a good bot mode. Honestly, it looks like a good bot mode.
It looks better than the Godzilla, for sure. I mean, that was just a repaint, but still.
Yeah, it does. That was easy. Yeah.
They also showed off the MPG Nucleon Quest Convoy. So what do you think about this, Bobby?
I'm getting it.
Oh, yeah, just straight up?
Yeah.
Do you know what it is?
Yep.
What is it?
A Transformer.
This is Optimus Prime's colors when he goes into space. So when Optimus goes to space, he changes his color. And this was actually the start of the Nemesis repaints. This was the first one. And then I believe Robots in Disguise made Scourge, and that made him evil. I think this is really cool. They did a great job with the colors, which I'm assuming is why you're picking it up. I do like that it's something different. It's not a normal Nemesis Prime. I like the history behind it. I don't know if I could get behind the price point.
I don't know. I want to say that I think you did, but I could have swore you said that if they repainted this, you were going to get it.
And that could be the case. And then I think that was before we knew the price point at $200. I'm going to be honest. I don't know if this figure is worth $200 to me. It might be. But from what I've seen with Takara's Masterpiece line, and not MPG, Masterpiece in general, I don't like their feel. They don't feel like quality figures. They're thin and brittle, and they have a lot of panels for no reason. And I don't know if this one does. Haven't watched any reviews. Don't plan to. But it does look nice. And I would like this kind of piece of history in my collection, even if it has nowhere to go.
Well, the reason that I was quick to say I'm in on this is because of it being different than what... Yes. I don't have anything like this in my collection. I mean, I do have a Power Baser. I have a Nemesis Power Baser.
That's actually this one. It's not Nemesis Power Baser. It's this one.
It's this. Okay. Well, I should say I have two of them. And excuse me.
So you have this in your collection.
Yeah.
You just have a different one.
I have a different one. Is what I should have said.
Because the blue's this blue, right? It's not teal. You don't remember. Okay, continue.
I think it is. For some reason,
I'm almost positive because I did not buy the Nemesis Power Baser because it wasn't a Nemesis. It was this one.
Well, and then you were with me when I bought them both. That's when we first met.
Yeah, I remember.
So I think I'm in for this because it's a different style than what I have, and being that I did the KFC in the Prime colors, it makes it. And I was like, I'll wait for a KO to get the Takara Prime colors because I already, kind of have something like that. This is fine for me to go ahead and say I'll get on this one and get the Takara and be good with it.
I think that makes complete sense. We'll see. Once the price comes out, hopefully it's a little bit cheaper. I think it would be more expensive. But I do have to say, I know it's accurate. I dislike the feet on this figure.
Oh, yeah. They don't look
lack thereof. I understand it's accurate and he's supposed to look like that, blah, blah, blah. But that doesn't... I just don't like it.
Right. Don't like the design. It doesn't look like feet.
Everything else I think looks good on this. So we'll see. If it's, if they say it's going to be limited or whatnot, if it's not limited, I could probably wait a year or two and get it on sale. Let's be honest.
Limited is your kryptonite.
Well, that's just, okay, I kind of want it. I'm going to pick it up. You know what I mean? But if it's not limited, I'll pick it up when I get around to it. Yeah. So let's keep it going. Oh, and then they had these pics as well to show all the different modes. It's okay.
I think I like it better in black.
I think it looks a lot better in black because it hides all the different hinges and stuff.
It hides the arms being so tall in the alt mode on the trailer.
It does, especially with the guns on it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it still looks high up there, but it looks like the guns are on towers or you know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
We'll see. I don't think it's bad. So, and it'll probably come out, 2027. So I probably have a lot of time to think about it.
I'd be okay with that.
Me too. Now we got some things that you need to pick up. We've got Transformer Swopticons. So they're about $9.99, and you get Optimus and Ultra Magnus, and they combine at the head to make this truck.
I'll see if Baby Bot wants it.
I was gonna say I think this is so good for kids. I actually, for $9.99, I don't think this is too much, and they do look very cute.
They look something. This is definitely going to be something I don't pressure her for. I'm like, hey, you like this? And that's going to be it.
And here's Megatron and Shockwave. You probably have a better chance of her picking up this one. And I think it looks good for what it is. But I'm also somebody that liked BotBots back in the day. No, was it BotBots? What were those called?
I thought that's something like that.
No, BotBots were these guys. Bot shots. That's what they were called. I liked bot shots back in the day. But these are fine.
Yeah.
This one I particularly don't like. I don't see Megatron combining with anybody. And I don't know what's going on with that alt mode.
Yeah, when you're trying to figure out the name, I was thinking something totally different, and I'm not going to mention it because we are trying to stay kid-friendly here.
I don't even want to know. So this is the one I think will be repainted into Ravage and Shadow Panther. When that comes out, if I see it in store, I'm definitely going to pick it up.
This one looks fine.
Really? You like the Beast Wars one? I just think he looks so dumpy as a cat, and if it was in black, I would like it even more. So... yeah, this is bot. With the repaint.
I just think the other the Megatron and Shockwave the combined mode looks terrible. It looks very, very cheap. The Prime and Magnus looks fine. It was just the two different colors were off. This one I said it looks fine because it looks like it's a cohesive unit.
That makes sense. Yeah. And lastly, we have Bumblebee and Rodimus, and that sure is a alt mode.
I actually am okay. I don't see why these two would combine. But
because they're the kid-friendly characters.
I guess, but yeah, I don't see them in the same. I would have saw actually Prime and Bumblebee and Hot Rod and Ultra Magnus combining.
You have to remember, kids these days don't know the Transformers movie.
Yeah, well, then how the hell are they going to know Hot Rod?
They don't. That's why Bumblebee's in front.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, so these are fine. I think they're better than those things that you rip off the arms and mash them all together and do all that stuff. This is at least new and unique. And it's cheap. Only $9.99. So go pick them. Go have a whole collection, Bobby.
$4.99. I think I would have been better, but okay.
It's $4.99 for each one. You're right. So go pick them up.
I meant for all of them together.
Next, we have Way Studios collectibles. Darker Than the Moon Megatron. Not going to go too far into it. It looks great. It's huge. It'd be a good centerpiece, but not for either of us.
Couldn't say it any better. It's huge.
Yeah. Next up, we have a 3D printed kit for Iron Factory Leo Kaiser. Now, I don't know if this is going into production or not, but we've seen a lot of these go into production as far as take the pieces and make up your own bot. So I thought it was worth putting here. Would you pick this up if you could?
Depending on the price, possibly. I do like the idea. I'm getting this set. I don't know how much money I would put into Legends for add-on kits. That's my only thing. I think it looks fine. I think it looks good, actually. But that would be my one holdback. I don't know if I'd want to do that. Now, if it was Like I'm thinking about the Superion kit, for instance.
For fans toys?
The fans toys, yeah. To just
okay, you confused me because you're talking about Legends, but you picked that up, but not this one.
Yeah, because I don't know how much I'd invest more in Legends.
Yeah, I think it looks cool. I do like the color on Hellbat better.
The darker
blue. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on, Funby Studios showed off a hat for Tidal Wave. So I don't know where this comes from. I know there's one panel where Tidal Wave is the ship in the BotCon comics, but they are running with it. It looks good for what it is. Not for me.
Yeah.
Tidal Wave isn't a pirate in my universe.
Yeah, this goes into the my feeling about it being too humanized, or too, having too much influence from Earthlings. I don't want my robot wearing a pirate hat. Yeah,
especially Tidal Wave. If it was a pirate robot, I could deal with it, but not Tidal Wave.
Yeah.
Next up, there's some upgrades for Slipstream from Non-F.
I was
good.
I was curious what you thought about this.
They look good. The chest is different between them. They have the arm cannons. I think the head's different. I might not be different. I don't know. I still don't like the figure.
Is it so? Because I'm seeing Cyberverse animated in Earthspark.
So that's the chest.
I got you.
And where the guns are. So if you look on Cyberverse, it has the Cyberverse chest with where the normal guns are. The animated one, and I think there's toy hacks on them as well to differentiate the three. And the animated one has the animated style chest with the guns on the forearm, like animated Starscream and the Seekers have. And Earthspark, I'm assuming that's a accurate chest design and wings and stuff.
Okay.
I'm assuming. I mean, I haven't watched Cyberverse or Earthspark in animated. I watched in 2011 when it came out. I haven't watched it since. So
yeah, I don't remember it. But okay, I got it now. Okay, thank you.
It's cool that you can have any Slipstream you want. She just deserves a Voyager class. And I hope Bingo Toys redecos their Windblade into Slipstream one day.
Yeah, I think the animated one looks the best with the. I think I like the way the colors and everything blend together. The animated one?
Yes.
I like the wings. I like the color of the wings.
I kind of like the Cyberverse one as well. I like the animated chest the best, but the Cyberverse with the strip of teal actually looks really nice too.
Yeah.
All right, good. Moving on. We've got a set from Studio Series 86 Galvatron from DNA. And they said some weird stuff. They said, so first it has a newly designed antenna parts, so crown, articulated index fingers, leg height extension, interchangeable faceplates, weapon blast effect parts, and a neck chain. And they also said there's an important note. Since 86 Galvatron has undergone multiple productions runs, some versions may have slight dimensional differences. The previous DK30 may not fit all versions of Galvatron, and due to significant mold changes, the new design DK30SS is incompatible with earlier versions of Galvatron. Please double check your model version before purchasing. I didn't think the mold changed, but I guess it did.
Yeah.
There you go, Bobby. Now you have to pick it up since it's a different mold.
No. This would be a Ross or Ollie special right here. I have enough of them, and yeah.
I do think this upgrade set is great, though.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. I don't want to buy an upgrade set for this.
Yeah.
And
here's kind of like you can see what the original one looks like, the upgraded set, and then the original upgrade set. So gives them a little bit more height. That's the main thing that I see, and I guess the head.
Yeah. Which the head looks good.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I'm good.
New Age Toys showed off Overdrive, which is their Legends Stunticon and Menasor. And via TM reviews, he lightened it up for us so we could see a little bit more of these rust-colored boys. And I think they look really cool, rusty like this. I know that that's not what it is. What do you think of this?
I know there's some people who've had this on pre-order for a couple of years. I've heard.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think this was announced like 2 years ago or something like that.
Wow, I didn't know.
So I'm curious about what our Legends collectors really have to say about this. The part that's making me a little scared, New Age always does all these different repaints.
Is there going to be one that strikes your fancy? Well, what would happen if they did an Autobot set? Like, like in that one where it's Optimus and Jazz and all them. Would you pick that up? Because it's different and unique, right? Even though you said you hated that with Power of the Combiner Wars, you'd still pick it up?
Because I didn't like Combiner Wars because they also like changed out the characters that were supposed to be in the Combiner. Like the helicopter and
you also said you didn't like it that they had like Optimus Prime combining.
Yeah, I didn't. Well, and again, him combining with Ironhide, and Ironhide wasn't a van; he was a truck. I just didn't like how they changed the vehicle. But
you don't have to go into that tangent. But you would pick that up if they did the Masquerade or whatever.
If they did, if they did any other colors besides the G2 and the original, I'd be kind of tempted. And
so you'd beat it on like a Shattered Glass one too? I don't even know what Shattered Glass.
I don't either.
Menasor looks like.
I don't either.
But you pick it up.
Curious. Don't do it to me, New Age. Please don't.
Do it. And then they showed this off too. I think this is an old render. Maybe not. I don't know. But it does look nice.
It does.
And I know you go gaga over this because it's your favorite car, right?
Yeah. I just love... God, I love that car.
You should just pick up just the breakdowns. You don't have to buy the whole set. Just buy all the breakdowns.
I couldn't. Then he'd be lonely, talking to himself.
They could talk to each other.
Yeah.
And then you could buy the rest of them eventually.
Yeah. It looks really good.
It does.
I don't know if, again, as you said, I don't know if this is an old render, when these first came up, or if they made any changes or anything like that. Let us know. But yeah, this looks good.
The only thing I don't like are the white windshield wipers.
Oh.
They should be gray or something. I don't know. Maybe they're white on this car. I don't know. But either which way, I think this does look good. I am excited to see about 3 or 4 Menasors in your collection after these come out.
Stop! I don't need realistic. That. I don't need that.
From one combiner to another, we have Dreamstar Toys Thruster, which is their MP scaled Bone Crusher. I thought this was Toys Easy's tank when I first saw it.
I did too.
It's okay. It wasn't the only one. I was like, why are they talking about this? This is old news. But then I was like, oh, I saw the alt mode, which we'll talk about in a second. What do you think about this bot mode, Mr. 9 Devastators?
I think the bot mode looks good. I think it looks like a functioning robot that, we've seen the diaper on Bone Crusher and, this, that, and the other. I think this looks good. I think he looks... Besides the treads, I wouldn't know it was Bone Crusher.
Yeah, I have to agree. It's weird that they moved the treads to the arms, but I like that because it's not trying to be G1. Honestly, that's the type of thing that I wish Mecha Invasion did. I like what they did, but this type of inversion would have been even cooler. But it is a very generic looking bot mode. It's not a negative, but it is a little, looks like every other bot besides the treads, but we'll see. Maybe they'll do this up in green and it'll look great. Yeah,
I think I agree with you. It looks like a generic bot, like insert whatever name you want to.
They could have said this is Bingo Toys, the one with the drill nose cone. And I'd be like, oh yeah, that looks like it.
Yeah.
with the treads on the arms and stuff.
Yeah.
There's nothing very Constructicon-y about this.
Color's gonna make it everything, I think.
Yeah. Completely agree. Moving on, we can see the ARM mode as well as the alt mode. The alt mode looks a little stunted, but I think that's on design. It's supposed to look like that. I love that the arms go inside the treads. That is so cool and unique. I don't understand the rake that comes out and like rakes behind it. Is it a tractor or is it a bulldozer? I don't know. Maybe some of them have that. Let me know down below. I've never seen it. But the arm mode is actually really cool. I like that the treads come up and become like a shoulder pad. Very unique, very different. I think this is, from what we see right now, it looks better than the first two that they've already shown off, in my opinion.
Yeah, it looks like the, God, what was that game with the little stunted tank?
Metal Slug.
Metal Slug, yes. That's what it reminded me of.
It does look like a Metal Slug bulldozer, yeah.
Yeah. I like that it had the little rake thing at the bottom. I don't know anything about.
Oh, I didn't say I didn't like it. It's just a little strange looking.
Yeah, I like that it's like a little addition to it. It makes me think of a plow or whatever. But it looks cool. I like the designs of the alt mode. I like the windows and the details around it, the treads. The wheels in the treads, or what looks like wheels, it looks really, really, really good, I think. And as you said, the arm mode looks really cool. I like this.
Yeah, I'll be excited to see this in your collection. I mean, I already know we've seen what it looks like, but I'll be excited to see it in your collection too.
Yeah, I want to see it in color.
Yeah. I mean, you don't need to, because you're buying it no matter what. Now let's move on to, I think, the biggest surprise of this whole news cycle, and that is DX9 Toys D14B Capone, the G2 Motormaster, is in production all of a sudden. What do you have to say about that?
Finally. It makes sense because we got the dead end last year.
That's right. Yes.
So finally this set's going to come out again. Something that, sitting on 2-3 figures for years, and then you finally get this. And I was late to the party, getting these, so I could only imagine when they first were released. But it looks good. It should be coming home soon, hopefully.
Yeah, I think it looks okay. The hinges in the front are a little bit much for me. It does not clean up very well. Yeah. I think the bumper needs to be painted as well. Having it just the same purple as the rest of it looks a little bad. I think the bumper would have looked really cool in black, since it is the G2 funky color version, but it's not bad. So little late, don't plan on getting it, but I'll be happy to see it in your collection.
Yeah, I mean, like right now I have my DX9 Stunticons in alt mode. And I have the Xtransbots G2 version in combined mode. So it's just like, all right, either this is going to stay in alt mode or going to make it to bot mode.
It should probably be in bot mode with how the front of that truck looks.
The alt mode of the other vehicles looks great. So that's
okay, there you go. You already made up your mind.
But yeah, I agree. There could be some enhancements to this to make it look better.
Well, let us know what you think down below. Are we going to get any other of these unreleased figures randomly pop up? And we will be talking to you in what has been updated. And welcome back to the update. So my light went out, so I have another one going on. So if I look a little bit different, that's why. But let's move on to the updates.
That means we need more subscribers to help you keep your ring light on.
It's literally breaking. So please subscribe if you haven't already. So the Takara T-Spark Zone showed off a lot of stuff that we already talked about. We did a whole video on this Predaking because we were so interested in it. Go watch that. It's long and we get into the nitty-gritty details, but pretty much both of us want to see more. Neither of us are out completely, neither of us are in completely, but there's a lot of factors like price, like color, like size, probably 12 to 13 inches tall, but still, that we want to see more of before we go in on this.
Yeah, and the video is not that long. It's not.
Well, it's longer than we would talk about it on a normal show.
Oh yeah,
okay. That's what I meant. It's not that long. So.
Yes.
They did show off this, and I thought all of these swords were really, really cool that it comes with. And the guns are fine. They look like typical guns, but the sword, that one in the middle, is really neat looking.
You're doing damage if you get hit with that.
It's probably ripping something as well as cutting. Yeah. So I thought it looked really cool. And I love the G1 styled sword as well. Both of those are really cool.
Yeah, looks good.
Moving on, they showed off the Rodimus. And I don't know if you agree with me. I feel like the more we see of this, the more of a mess it looks like. In that alt mode.
I agree. I really do. I was 100% in on this and like really excited. I still have my pre-order up, but the paint looks good.
It does.
It just looks. I guess it's very Cybertronian, but I like the way Hot Rod looked. Is anyway, from the movie. This
and it was even a little Cybertronian there.
Yeah, this just looks weird.
I said it when this was shown off a while ago. I still see the tarantulas in the front of the car because those two things look like mandibles.
I see the Batmobile. What was it?
That too. It looks like a spider head. I don't know why. That's what I see, and that would be an amazing repaint. Transmetal tarantulas. They'd have my money if they did something weird and wacky like that. Change the spoiler to spider legs. They'd have my money. I know he's supposed to be a motorcycle, but still. But I'm out on this. Honestly, if they even do a black version, I'll probably be out to $200. It's just far too much for something like this.
Yeah, I'm kind of backtracking myself here.
Unless you get it in hand and it is amazing. The ratchets are perfect. It has all the posability you want. It has an ab crunch. It comes with a whole bunch of accessories. Then maybe I'll be in for a black version. But as of right now, I think I'm good.
I'm backtracking a little bit here. I must admit. I went from 100 to I'm probably like 60% now.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I think you do kind of need to get it though to go with the prime you have.
It doesn't move me to do that.
Well, that's pretty bad. It doesn't move Bobby to do that to be a completionist. So let us know your thoughts on this below, and if you're getting fatigue from this character that maybe should have been out 6 months ago, and then everybody would have bought it.
Yeah, I think that's what's happening.
Yeah. Next up, we have some missing link figures. So we've got Sunstreaker, and I think it's Cordon, and their little robot guys that come with them.
I'm happy they're coming with the little robot guys. They're ugly, but I think they're cool to be able to sit in there because they did have the little seat or whatever.
They do, yeah.
These are ugly characters. They were ugly toys. I can't wait to get both of these in my collection.
Yeah, they do look good. I will give them that. I think the price edges me out, but I do like the white one.
Well, I mean, we're seeing that they're making KOs, so...
True. If they did a KO of this and it was like $45, $50, which is about the same price difference of the Prime, I might actually pick that up. But as far as the $80 price point, which I think they are, that's a little too much for me.
Yeah, I'm... This is all G1 nostalgia here. And the missing link, I think, is actually going to replace my Hasbro budget. So, yeah.
Well, there's a little bit of... You're going to have a little bit of extra budget then, because there's not that many coming out.
That's perfect.
Yeah, that's what you think now until you go to Target and buy 6 Hasbro figures because they're on sale.
Hey. Stop the negativity.
That's not negative. That's just telling the truth. But next up, we have Missing Link RC. It's really cool to see this design realized. This was something that was never released, and it's really cool to see it in the prototype colors as well. I don't know if it's going to be in these colors or if they're just having fun with it.
I can actually see them releasing it in this color and then giving us.
I think they're going to just like the Sunstreaker. They're going to do both. They're going to do this one, and then they're going to do the normal RC colors.
Yeah, and I mean, them childbearing hips right there. RC might be the first bot with a BBL.
Well, I don't know. Some of those big Firebird and Bingo toys might
Well, I mean, this RC was out before then. This is Granny RC right here.
You're correct.
So,
Granny RC with the BBL walking around.
yeah, she Brazilian bot lift, yeah, this character, this is another one. It's ugly. It's ugly as hell, but it's so adorable at the same time. It's just like, comparing it to what we have now, yeah, it's terrible, but the nostalgia of us never getting this, and God, we had terrible figures when I was a kid.
Well, you didn't have this one,
and we didn't have this one, but I'm just saying in general,
I know.
Coming out with
this one has me intrigued just because it never came out. That history behind it is very interesting. I would love to have it, but I'm sure it's going to price me out as well. Let's just be honest. But I do think it looks good.
Well, and what I'm hoping is that it's not a shell former.
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see. All right, now let's move on from Missing Link to MPG, and we have Rat Trap. This picture makes the backpack look way bigger than it did in what I remember in the show. I don't know about you. The bot mode looks stellar. The bronze looks good. The gold looks good, but the backpack looks ginormous, and it's okay though. It looks like it did in the show. I'll reiterate what I said in the last one. It looks okay. I will take it in pack rat colors in a heartbeat though.
Yeah, it looks fine. I think the alt mode looks really good.
The alt mode is the better of the two modes as well. Yeah.
Yeah, the bot mode looks really good. The backpack does look like a backpack. I can't tell how thick it is, or
that's a good point.
Because the toy had a huge backpack as well,
and the show model had a big backpack too.
Yeah. So if it's if it's just wide and kind of flat, fine. If it's wide, thick, and everything else, is going to be like, okay, they just shoved everything to the back. Truly,
it's a shell former.
Yeah, but it is.
Yeah, and I don't remember it extending past his waist on the show. I feel like it was more condensed to his back. Again, I don't know how they would have done that. 100%, clarity, but still, it's good for what it is.
Yeah, it's fine.
But give me Pack Rat, and you'll have my money. I will literally buy the official version if they do Pack Rat. I won't wait till the KO.
Yeah, so far.
Would you buy Pack Rat?
I'd buy KO.
Okay. Even if it's a blue mouse, isn't that cool?
I have 3 of the Transart.
I'm just joking. So. And you have Pack Rat in the Transart.
Yeah, so
I'm just joking with you.
Yeah.
Next, they showed off some legacy things. We don't have to go through these in detail because they're not new. We got some more Constructicons. I feel so bad talking about these because such good third-party versions are coming out. And then there's these.
So I'm going to give a shout-out to Kato. He made a comment, and he actually said on a post that he's out. He was just like, I'm so tired of spending, and I'm not quoting him, but this is kind of the gist of it. He's tired of throwing good money at bad figures, and looking at the waffling on the arm. I think it was like paying full money for half a figure, or it was something like that. And when I saw the comment, I laughed. I should have commented or screenshotted it or whatever so I could show that. But I want to give him a shout out on that because it was something that you and I have talked about on air and off, and that's kind of where I feel about this. It's just like I don't feel like I'm getting my money's worth. They're leaving stuff. They're leaving plastic on the floor.
Yeah, and I still look at that Bone Crusher and I'm like, it looks like a core class figure.
Yeah,
it would be an amazing core class figure.
It would be. It would be amazing.
You know what I mean? If they release this for $11.99, but it feels like they were going to make a core class Devastator, and they said, let's just scale it up and make it, larger, and we'll just release it in the Studio Series line because it looks okay, but it does not blow me away. And maybe if it was the only one out there, it would. Doubt it because, But what are you gonna say?
That would have probably been easier pill to swallow if there wasn't so many options out there. Like, not just one option. There's tons of options out there
than there ever has been.
Yes.
And that's not even including past ones that you can still buy to this day.
Yes. And so
it's not like Predaking, you know, with Takara's T-Spark Predaking, you got King Toys, you got QQT, which we'll talk about, and then you got the super deformed one. Oh, and MMC and TFC, but those are kind of and that's it. They're old. They're really old. I got those back. Oh God, I feel old. Back when I was in college. So, yeah. And these don't seem as good figures as the ones that came out back then. Sorry.
No, if you put these back to, like, you know, $20, $15, $20, I'd probably pick them up.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't, just because I'm not in love with these characters like you are. But that would be better. Anyways, let's get off this negative Nancy train and move on to figures that I do think look better in the Studio Series line. We've got Transformers 1 Bumblebee and Sentinel Prime. They're not for me, but I do think they look better than the Pax and Megatron.
I agree. I like that. I like the Bumblebee alt mode.
I do too. I think the alt mode is very neat.
Alt mode.
Yeah. You like which one's alt mode?
The Sentinel Prime. It looks good. I mean, I want to see it, but that picture looks good.
Yeah, yeah. And I think the bot modes look like what we saw in the movies. I don't like that. I was going to say stupid, but I'm sure somebody likes it. Excuse my French. That strange third mode. He's not a triple changer. I'm sorry. Where he gets guns and his mask comes up. I thought that was it was cool in the movie, but to call it a whole third mode was a bit much, Hasbro.
That's a stretch. That's not a third mode.
It was a battle mode, which, anyways, that's what he's like here. I think the other mode looks a lot better, where he's just the normal Sentinel Prime. Mm-hmm. These don't look horrible though.
No,
I didn't think I would say. I think I was really negative on that Sentinel Prime, but I do think it looks better.
Yeah, and Badassetron looks good.
Yeah, I agree. Next up, we have the Ironhide, which still has the problems with the gray, and the Last Night Optimus. I will say, I know you hate that Last Night Prime. These pictures look so much better because it looks like it actually has silver plastic or paint and it's not gray. The first one we saw, it was gray. It looked very dull. This does look better, and if you're into it, I think it looks cool. I love that the sword's huge too. They didn't skip out on it. It's probably rubber. I didn't watch the stream. I don't know. Please let me know if I'm wrong and it's plastic, because I'd love it to be plastic. But it's probably rubber. But I do think it's a functional little figure. It's not horrible. It's not for us. But people are excited for it, so more power to you.
Hey, if you like it, I love it.
Oh, he's back picking it up then.
For you. People that
like and the Ironhide looks about the same that we see.
I'm out on that. Yeah, I'm out on it.
Yeah. And we have the Fallen and Prima.
We're both in for the Fallen. We don't need to go into that. The Prima's growing on me more.
It's definitely, if I see it in the store, I'm going to pick it up.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a pre-order. I don't think I'm going to go out of my way to find it. But if I see it in store and I look at it, and I look through the plastic, because they're adding plastic back, and I say, you know what, this looks like a good figure, then I'll probably get it.
And definitely, it's bought if I can catch it on sale.
Oh, yes, definitely. Have those sales, Amazon. Snap to it. And here we have Superion. Now, they didn't really have pictures of the Wasp and Solus Prime, so we won't really be talking about them. You could look at our other videos for that. But what do you think of these two aerial bots?
The alt modes look good.
You really like the alt modes here? Okay.
Let me change that. The alt modes are the best representation of these figures. Actually, the bot modes are fine as well.
Because you always said you like the bot mode, but not the alt mode.
Well, in this picture, they still
look a little chibi-fied.
Yeah, they still look squished, but I think they nailed the aesthetics of the bot mode and the alt mode, you know. But as you mentioned, they look like the alt modes look like core class figures, like upgraded core class figures.
I wouldn't say that about these, but you said it first, so now I can't unsee it.
Yeah.
And we have Superion.
Superion doesn't look bad. It's looking better the more pictures we see of it. Are you trying to figure out what's wrong with me? You're checking on me? I'm fine. I haven't been drinking.
He thinks you're going to go on another rant on this figure.
I know. No, like the Superion looks fine. It's not for me. Again, it looks better seeing it here than some of the other pictures we've seen. I still don't like the big blocky square legs, that are kind of reminiscent of Motormaster. And I don't like how when the jets are on the arms, how they separate. Yeah. But it does look like I see Superion when I see this.
That's good. Would you get a G2 set?
No.
Do you have an MPG2 set?
No.
So you just wouldn't get it even though you don't have one? That tells you how much he does not like this figure.
Yeah. 2025 is kind of like what Kato said. I'm not going to throw my money away.
So you're doing what I did last year. Where last year I was very particular about what I bought, and I did not just buy everything, both third party and Hasbro.
Well, I'm not going that far, but
yeah, you're still gonna buy every
I probably will still buy some stuff that's questionable. I am, getting all these different.
I've got some questionable stuff.
But
Galvatron got from Armada. That was my Bobby figure of the month.
Yeah, I just think this doesn't do it for me. A G2, I actually do not have a G2 Aerial Bot set in my collection.
That's why I said that. Would you pick it up?
Yeah, it would be tempting.
If it was a box set. I don't think you pick it up if it was onesie, twosies.
Yeah, I can't, it would have to be a box set that I saw in store and I can grab it as an impulse buy. I cannot impulse buy all 5 of these figures.
Yeah. Next up, we've got some pictures of MPG 12 Shattered Glass Optimus from Baidu. And the box looks kind of plain, but nice at the same time.
It's like a classic style box.
Yeah, exactly. I do like the alt mode with all the extra tampos. I still wish they would have just remolded the glass to actually be broken. Like, instead of just painting it on, actually break the glass. Till All Are Gone is really cool on the top, but I think it needed to be bigger across it. There we go. See, that's how mad I am at throwing stuff. But it doesn't look bad. It looks good.
I'm gonna pick this up.
I think it looks better than Magic Squares, and that's a lot for me to say.
Ooh.
I need your help with these. I don't know what they're trying to show. I know the last picture with the legs is showing the updated knee joint. I don't know what the other two are trying to show. I mean, the middle one's showing the cool new head sculpt that comes with it, but I don't know why it's circled the chest hinge.
I have absolutely no idea.
Okay, well, let us know below if you know what these changes are. I think the figure looks good though. I really do.
Yeah, I think I'm in for this. I don't know if they'll make a KO. So, yeah.
I wonder what the price is.
I'm curious about that as well, but I think I'm in on this. I like how bad and how beat up the face looks. He looks like he's going through something.
Well, it looks like the. Ooh, okay, I'm out. 200.
What?
It's 200.
200 what?
Dollars.
In what country? What form?
Hasbro Pulse in the US has it for $199.99.
We can go to the next character.
Yeah. I don't like Magic Square's design, but I picked that one up first. Hasbro also showed off the Haslab unboxing, which it looks good. if you were to tell me this was the original one, I'd be like, wow, it looks like the original one. But it's fine. But what was cool? Do you have anything to say about this bot mode?
$200?
Yes, it's $200.
Man,
Are they tripping?
oh, they're
fell down the stairs already.
They're beyond tripping. They're like on a cruise somewhere. That's how much they're tripping. They're vacationing tripping. They're on that booger sugar or something like that. All right,
well, let's compartmentalize that and move on to the next subject.
This looks fine. It does look like what we've had for 15, 20 years, however long that came out.
25 years.
Okay, yeah, that. Good God. If you didn't get it, if you don't have it, totally understand. I didn't back it. You didn't back it. Congrats on anybody who did. $200?
Let's talk about the box. The box looks really cool, and what I liked is how they had all these little cubbies that come out to get all the different figures. I thought that was really cool. And yes, Bobby, MPG 12 Shattered Glass Optimus Prime from Takara is $199.99.
I need something else in this cup.
Moving on, Funby Studios finished off their dagger for Blue Streak, and I totally forgot about that scene. I did see that scene posted on, I believe it was Reddit. Very, very cool scene. I loved it. This is my favorite of the what are they called?
Skybound?
No, this mold.
Earthrise?
Datsun Brothers. Brothers.
Oh.
This is my favorite one of them. I just think his colors work, and that was an amazing scene. I'm not going to spoil it. And the knife looks really cool as well.
I think they're kind of showing the scene right there in the picture underneath the knife.
Well, why did you have to say it and spoil it?
I'm just, I'm sorry. I haven't read it.
Have you read it?
I haven't. So I'm literally...
It's pretty brutal. So
I'm literally going to take my comics after we finish recording, and I'm going to take my comics, all these that I have to read, upstairs and read them.
Okay, I'll try to get caught up too by the next show.
Yes, I'm going to do that.
Next up, we have Collector's Crafts Autobot Spike, and you can kind of see him compared to the MP and the other one. So I don't have the notes in front of me, but it looks good. It's not my character that I would even want on my shelf, but if you like it, this is a very good rendition of it.
I had some notes here.
I could probably pull them up as well.
Because he did a lot. Okay, I got it.
You got him up? Okay.
So he took the Funby mold and made some adjustments to it. So bear with me as I read through this list. I talked to Collector Craft today, actually. So it actually has ankle tilts, so you can get that A pose that you want.
The other one didn't have it? Oh,
no.
Interesting.
There's twist at the thighs. There's articulated knees, movable hip shorts in the front and the back. He removed most of the pegs from the Funby design. There's an ab crunch. There's upward shoulder movement, so you can actually bring the arm up like
you can kind of see it right there.
Yeah. And it can actually go up, which is cool. Bicep swivel, head articulation, articulated hands. So he took the Megatron arm designed for Studio Series 86 and scaled it for this. The MP is about 9 3/4 inches tall. So you can see how tall it is there. And I forgot how tall the Voyager size is. When it comes to the Legends size, he is going to have to take down some of those adjustments, but not many actually. He left a lot in. The only things that are different is the hip skirt movement isn't going to be there because the peg, like the so thin. So, and then he's going to do something different with the pegs in the back. But those are like really the only major differences between the MP and Voyager size to the Legend size. And I thought there was going to be more because of how small it was.
Yeah, I would too. I think he did a great job. I think both of these look good. I mean, I guess it's one, just scaled down. But again, this is all you.
And it's up for pre-order right now, so you can actually go pick it up right now. I verified that he actually has a bunch of the Voyagers ready, and he's hoping to have the MPs ready this weekend.
There you go. Go pick up your Autobot Spike. Next up, we have MD002B KO Flame Toys Nemesis RC. So, some more pictures. I think it's really cool. If you remembered, I talked about last time with the different colors, so you could see them all there. The gun looks amazing. This looks really cool. One of our members, Scooby Prime, shared with me a link not to this one. It's actually a different KO in black. I looked at it. This one has blue around it. The other one doesn't. And it has a sword as well. And let's just say we'll see if that gets in my haul this month or next month or the month after that with Chinese New Year.
Are you talking about the one that Scooby shared with you, or are you talking about this one?
I don't know. We'll have to see.
Okay.
But this does look really good. I mean, I don't think that's it. I mean, I think you should get it because you like building stuff too.
Because I like the what?
Building stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even want to know what you thought with how big your eye.
No, actually, I thought you said I like to lose stuff, and I was just like, what? But
you do lose in the QC war.
Oh, God. That's a whole nother subject. I just opened up 2 tickets yesterday.
Didn't even know that. Anyways.
But it looks good. It does look good. It doesn't look like RC at all. It looks, I mean, you know, I could say Nightbird, but it doesn't look like Nightbird either. It's another one of those figures that it's like, okay, it's a robot. It's a feminine robot, and that's
it's Beast Hunters RC. I know you don't know what that is. Or no, Combiner Hunters RC. That's what it is. Combiner Hunters RC from the IDW comics. She donned this outfit. It was more pink than purple. And her Windblade and Chromia went around slaughtering Titans. Like Metroplex and stuff. I don't know why. I didn't read the comics, but I've always wanted that figure. And this might scratch that itch.
So he's getting it. Okay, good job.
Yeah. I mean, I already have a few Nemesis RCs. So who knows? I might not get it. Honestly, I don't purchase things on where we purchased this from, so I sent it to my wife to purchase. So it depends if she wants to buy it for me or not. We'll see. Next up, this is kind of a weird one, but for Nova Prime, you could do a modification on Ultra Magnus, I believe, to put the armor on him.
So it's actually merging 2 kits.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah, so I think it's this 51, and I think it's there are 13 kit.
Yeah,
13?
I think so. I couldn't understand what they were trying to get across with this.
Yeah, so they were people. I guess people had been asking if there was a way to do it, and so they're kind of showing you how to do that, merge the kits. But they did mention that you have to be kind of handy with some tools, and
yeah,
it's not a quick fix.
And there's it's not reversible. Like you pop a piece off and pop it back on. This is going to be like, this is what you want to do.
Yeah. So make sure you want to do it.
Next, we have the QQT Core Class Predaking, who, in my eyes, looks like it's shaping up a little bit better than Takara's. I don't know. I kind of like the formation of this, and I don't think it's a what's it called? A shell. And with me, that's a big thing.
True.
So, and it'll probably be a lot cheaper. Let's just be honest.
I don't know.
This ain't gonna be $400.
That's very true. Okay. Well, the part that got me on this is, you see what those limbs are?
Yeah, they're doing it interchangeable with, yeah.
But so you know what those limbs are then?
That's Dino King.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead and pick that up too, so you can go ahead and.
I think you need to pick it up because you need to pick up 2 Dino Kings and 2 Predakings so you could go ahead and mix them all up. Get Devastator while you're at it. 2 of those little Devastators and mix them all up and have fun. That's a fun day for Bobby.
I'm so good. I already have enough Devastators and.
You don't have enough Dino Kings. I have a Dino King in my collection, so why don't you get this one to put?
I have two. I have a dark one
Dino
and a
Kings?
regular one.
Which one?
Never mind. I don't. Yeah, no. I have. Never mind. I don't have a. I have.
That's what I thought. You don't. The only one that came out was Fans Project. So, and you
Yeah.
didn't pick that up like I did. So you
Yeah.
picked this one up. So
I'm
you
good.
can have a representation.
I'll live
of the
vicariously through you this time around.
Yeah. Anyways, that's a whole other story. The Predaking, I think, looks very good. I want to see a price and colors first. Well, I guess we saw colors. I want to see final colors and a price. But I think I'm in on this.
Nice.
Yeah, like I said, Predaking's my favorite combiner. This does not compete with another Predaking I already have. It's unique, it's different, and I would be in on it. If the price is right. Again, they do one of these limbs for $50, I'm out. That's too small for $50.
What's the price for the full combiner?
Well, let's not do that. Let's do a price for a limb. I think $20 for a limb would be fine.
So I think I've seen that the Superion kit for the limbs to go with the Fans Toys Superion kit, it was 100. I think it's like a little over $100 is what I've seen.
That was in this company though.
QQT?
Yeah.
I thought that was the one who made that set.
No, they did the Armada kit.
I thought they did the Superion as well. Okay, my bad then.
Yeah.
I take that back.
But let's move on to another Predaking. And we got Laser Cat Toys Mini Furasi. That's Optimus head that they put on it. I think it's blockies, honestly. It's not supposed to go on it. Are you excited to pick this up?
I am waiting for it to get here.
I'm kind of on the same way where I want to pick it up. I think it looks really good. And like I said, Predaking's my favorite combiner. If this was anybody else, I wouldn't pick it up. I showed my wife this. I'm like, should I pick this up? She's like, it's cute. I like it. And I'm like, God dang it. Why did you say you don't like it?
Well, I mean, as soon as you showed it to her, that was a go right there. That's like me showing, my wife something that I know I want.
Okay, this is where we differ. Any figure I buy, I make sure that she likes it and she's okay with me buying it. Well, every figure, and that's just what we do because it, and I feel okay with buying things. You, on the other hand, just buy whatever you want, willy-nilly.
Oh yeah, I mean that's the way it should be.
I mean, she never tells me no, so it's not like.
Hey! What you guys do in your personal life, I don't share that with the world. Okay.
Well, why not? But either which way, I might get this. We'll see.
Get it.
It is expensive. It's $100.
You said it is expensive?
It's $100. Yeah, I was hoping for like $70, $80.
Oh no, it's like that's cheap. It's $20 a figure, and they're cute.
Don't need to spend too much time on this. Unique Toys is releasing the Orden Combiner. The next limb should be out soon. Very dated combiner, but it is good.
Yeah, I actually have this pre-ordered. I saw a box set. I hope that comes through because I'm seeing all these single limbs come through. I would love a box set.
Nah, just buy the single ones. With that being said, let us know your thoughts on all these combiners coming out. A lot of them. And we'll be right back with what's incoming and recently released.
Yes.
All right, now let's talk about what's incoming and recently released. But let's start off with incoming, and I think you need to buy this. $27.99, and that is the upgrade set for Bludgeon. You are the one that has this figure. This does make it look a little different and unique. So when can we expect to see a review on this? And the pink sword, come on now.
Yeah, that's all you, which means that you should actually buy this figure so you can get this pink sword.
Why don't you send me your copy of this figure, and I'll buy this and put it on it.
Yeah, I'm not buying this set. It does make it look better, but I'm not buying this set.
Yeah, I think it looks a lot better. Not gonna lie, it makes it look phenomenal. But I don't have the figure and don't plan to.
Yeah, I'm not about.
You have every version of this mold.
I'm not about to drop. You said $27?
$27.99 is what I saw.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it.
New Age Romulus Toy Deco is incoming, and it looks nice.
It does. It looks nice. We've been seeing a lot more pictures of it, and of course, people are trying to compare it to Studio Series 86 Prime, and it's shorter. And
we will get into the heights, I think, in a little bit. But let's just talk about this for now. I think it looks good. What do you think of the deco?
It looks fine. It looks like a good figure.
Yeah. And there it is compared to the original release. And it looks... the crotch and the leg, the shins are what's weird to me. I feel like those still should have been black.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
But they're going for something different and unique, so it looks fine.
Yeah, and it's like a dull gray as well. So
it's like a gunmetal almost.
Yeah.
I don't know, like a brownish tan gray. I don't know.
It looks like it's turning.
Yes, it looks like it's yellowing.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks fine. I like the more toon look than the toy deco, but yeah, I think they're good looking figures.
I agree. And Romulus already was released, and we usually don't talk about things once they're released, but I did think this was a good picture to show this is what they were going for. It was supposed to go not with the Studio Series Prime, with the rest of them. This was probably in development for a year or two, and Hasbro slapped them in the face with 86 Prime.
Yeah. I mean, for this to come out right now, I mean, 86 Prime came out 4 months ago, or something like that.
It's still being sold, so
yeah. So it's clearly they had to do this. But what the part that gets me is look at how much better this looks than the other figures, and I'm not comparing or anything.
I mean, you can't with the price points,
but that's the part that's killing me is that people are comparing it to, it doesn't scale with this. Well, not only does it not scale, it's like a totally different type of quality of a figure, in my opinion, than that. So I wouldn't even put this in the same. It'd be cool if they scaled and you can have them next to each other, but I'm waiting for New Age to come out with their own 86 Prime.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Or
just they should have just upscaled this a hair. And I think everybody would have been happy. Anyways, moving on, we've got Studio 01 or 01 Studio 01S 03B. They got to stop doing this. I feel like I'm reading code. Tremor or Desolator Combiner. I think this is Tremor and Desolator is the Combiner. This is tempting to me. I do really like this figure. I like the Combiner. I just don't need another Devastator. I'm not like Bobby. I can't be like Bobby. But I'm very excited to see this hit your collection.
You know what this means, right?
What?
We have another episode to record.
Oh, we have quite a few episodes to record, so stay tuned for that.
I think mine is like the seventh row and the second one on the left. I think that's mine.
I think so too, and I think there's another one for you all the way in the back because you need them in both modes because this is a unique figure. So
yeah, I'm not going to do that, but yeah, I'm very curious about these because their Unicron and their Primus weren't necessarily fun to transform. So I hope that these are different, but like you
smaller
said,
scale and they don't turn into a ball. So I could see that being good.
Yeah. So hopefully that they make just good figures, but they look great, and I'm excited to get these.
Yeah. Keeping with combiners, we've got King Toys Terra Howl.
Yeah. I'm assuming this is the box. Looks great. I don't think it looks as good as the Slag box did.
I agree.
But this looks really cool. I like that his the thrusters on his wings or the missile things that they look like they're shooting off. Looks like he has 4 of them. So
it's just the joints, but that's a cool way to do the joints.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It looks like, yeah, this is gonna be really cool. I'm excited.
I'm very excited to see what the repaint is for this.
Oh God! Can we just get the figure finished first? Let's not even think about repaints yet.
This also surprised me. This was the second biggest surprising thing of the whole show is Xtransbots showed off Paragon. And this is according to TFS-Express.com that this is going to be incoming soon. Both this and the B version, which I believe is the Toon version. So I know Streetwise was your most hated figure of 2022. Hopefully this one will be better.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't even say nothing. I'm hoping it's better. It looks good. Hopefully they got rid of whoever designed the arms for that Streetwise.
Are you in on both sets? I'm sorry, you make me laugh. All right, well, that face is everything I need to see. Let's keep it going. W Resources Steel Fortress. I know you're in on this too. There it is, the little Gundam, and it looks interesting.
Yeah, the more I see it, the more I'm happy I went in on it.
I'm glad to hear that. It looks okay.
Yeah, it's still not what I wanted, but this thing is freaking huge, and I'm gonna have them like do some yard work or something. I don't know.
Yep, I expect to see pictures of that. Let's move on to recently released Bomber and Bofur. Just when you say the names back to back, have come out. These the images of you, Mr. LJ. They look really good.
They do. I like the colors, and I'm not picking them up though.
Yeah. Are you picking up the SG ones?
No.
Why not? They go with your Dinobots, and you don't have those colors in your collection.
This is why.
They could go with that.
Yeah, these are too small. Too small.
This surprised me as well. Here's the third most surprising thing in this episode. The Air Eagle from Fans Hobby. I guess it's a stylized G.I. Joe Ghost Hawk. I'm not very familiar with vehicles. 1 to 12 scale. These pictures of the I Am No Fire is out as well.
There's so much that has dropped, and I'm not in on this, but it looks good.
Yeah, I've never been one for vehicles to put action figures inside of them, unless it's like a headmaster or something like that. I've always just liked the characters, and I left the vehicles off to the side. Like, I know you like Mask and stuff. That's why I never got into it. I don't like putting things inside of vehicles.
I didn't like G.I. Joe. I didn't collect G.I. Joe.
I like the bad guys.
The show. I didn't collect G.I. Joe Cobra. And
I will say, if this transformed, I might be interested, because this is a kind of a cool vehicle. I'm going to be honest.
2025 has G.I. Joe Transformer crossover.
All right, then.
No, I think it's
going to probably skip it if it's not Fans Hobby. It's Hasbro. Lastly, we talked about that we have a lot of Devastator War videos to do, and here's another one. We've got Scrapper or Groundbite from Xtransbots. So these pictures are via John Binley on Facebook, and he says there's so much die cast, and it does have a good weight. You're going to be one busy bot.
I'm excited about that. Mine is on its way. So, yeah, it's gonna be a lot of recording. I'm like, James.
He might just have to do these by himself. I'm too busy in my dungeon.
Yeah, lots of stuff here. It looks like a lot of accessories. The shield looks better on in this picture than when we first talked about it. You can see the designs or the arms and the legs on this. I'm excited to see what this looks and feels like in hand.
Yeah, I do think proportionally, spoilers, you're going to be getting a Fans Toy Scrapper video out soon. I do think proportionally this one looks better than that one, especially after seeing your Scrapper. The chest plate I think looks good too. I think you slap a big Decepticon symbol on that and it'll look really good. So I'm interested to see what you think about this.
Yeah. Hopefully not too much longer.
Yeah, we'll have to see. And with that is everything. Thank you if you watched this far. We really appreciate it. And if you did, you must like us a little bit. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Go ahead and hit that bell while you're at it so you could keep up to date with all of Bobby's shenanigans. And we will see you in the next one.
Yeah, come join us on this trip we're going on to 3,000 by March. So until then, see you next time. To all debates are won.